Good morning. Today is Thursday, June the 15th. This is Western Healthcare Exposed. I am Dr. Sanders, and today I want to address an article here that I found about 2 days ago on Ozempic. It's another one of these articles that are, I guess the title's kind of like clickbait, and it says, the scientist whose work made Ozempic possible says the drug could make life so miserably boring that people won't stay on it more than 1 to 2 years. So I thought we could talk about that real quick today and just address a few of the things that this article states. So first off, it says that semaglutide, the brand name for Ozempic and Wegovy, they are being hailed as miracle drugs for type 2 diabetes and weight loss. I suspect that's probably true. You hear about these all the time, and they actually do work very well. Next, it says they could also be game changers for addiction, heart health, depression, and even cancer. We've addressed a couple of these in earlier videos when we've been talking about semaglutide. But then the article goes on to say that they come with a host of side effects for some patients that range from uncontrollable diarrhea to being downright disgusted by food. We've addressed the side effects in earlier videos on these drugs. In my clinical experience, I have not seen a single person come in complaining of uncontrollable diarrhea. As a matter of fact, I've only had a small handful of people that say they have diarrhea at all. Most patients complain of constipation. Not to say that uncontrollable diarrhea couldn't happen, but I don't think it is common enough that they should put this underlined in this article as one of the host of side effects. Next, where it says that patients are downright disgusted by food. Patients do lose their appetite. That's true. I have not had anybody say that they are disgusted by food. Many patients that are on this say they don't want to eat. They're not hungry. That's the whole point of the drug. That's how you're losing weight, is because you're not eating. Let's see, what else does it say? Then it goes on. It says, the scientist who helped create the drug told Science magazine Wired that these side effects might make it hard for patients to continue taking the drugs for more than a couple of years, which could lead to regaining weight. That's the one that I think is the most craziest claim in this article. These drugs aren't meant to take lifelong. Why somebody would want to take this forever, I don't know. The whole goal is to get on a drug such as semaglutide while you're changing your lifestyle, and that way you can lose weight while you're working on eating better, maybe exercising, and then you can stop the drug when you get to your goal weight, and now your diet's fixed, you're eating much more healthy, maybe exercising again. You won't gain all the weight back. You may gain a few pounds as your body equilibrates or whatever, but you're not going to gain all the weight back. This, where it says won't continue taking for more than a couple years, I just don't understand that. I don't know why doctors would want somebody to take this lifelong, unless you're a diabetic, and then you're taking it for a different reason. This article is specifically addressing, looks like weight loss. I mean, it does mention diabetes, but I think this is more geared toward the weight loss folks because it keeps mentioning that they're going to gain their weight back. The problem is that medications don't address what the root problem is. Most medications only cover it up. We talked about this yesterday with people being on chronic pain medications lifelong. That's not going to help. Being on a cholesterol medication is only covering up the cholesterol. It's not addressing what your underlying problem is, which is your diet. Just like weight gain, most people's problem is diet. they're eating Little Debbie's, they're drinking Mountain Dew, they're eating a bunch of fried foods, they're eating a bunch of fast foods, they're eating a bunch of GMO foods, which we're going to talk probably several videos about that coming up. But that's what the underlying problem is. It's not that you don't have enough semaglutide in your body and you've got to have that lifelong to keep your weight off. That's not the case. You need to address the root underlying problem, and doctors and hospitals and everybody else are not talking to patients about the importance of diet, and you don't hear that on the news and the media. And so patients, maybe they don't know, maybe they don't care, I don't know, but we need to be talking to people to explain the importance of diet and how that plays into your health overall, and not just hitting people with medications. But anyway, this goes on to say that once you've been on this drug for a year or two, life is so miserably boring that you can't stand it any longer and you have to go back to your old life. Well, I don't know. Maybe it is. I've not had anybody on these drugs for a year or two, but I would hope after a year or two, these people that are on these drugs would be at their goal weight and they have fixed their lifestyle and they can now come off the drugs and don't have to worry about life being so miserably boring. But again, if you're eating all these foods that you become addicted to, like processed sugar and processed flour, and now you're not eating it anymore, maybe life is boring because you're not satisfying that reward center in your brain for a few weeks while you get used to it. But if you make eating healthy a habit, after several weeks, your taste buds change, so you like different foods, and now you're healthier. And if you see that your weight's staying off, you feel better, your pain's reduced, your GERD's gone, skin rashes are gone, you're probably going to want to eat better because now your reward center is being stimulated by something different, which is not having chronic pain and not having to deal with skin rashes and reflux and all that other stuff. So doing that can certainly make you healthier and make you not have to take these drugs lifelong. Then the article goes on to say that in a 2022 study, they found that once a patient stops taking the medication, they start gaining weight again. Well, we just addressed that. Why are they gaining weight again? Because they've not changed their diet. And then it says this has led to some people taking smaller maintenance doses of medications. Well, yeah, we're doing that. When they get to goal weight, we start cutting the drugs down, where instead of taking it every week, you can do it every other week or every third week maybe, or maybe you just cut the dose back down for a little bit while your body is equilibrating after you stop the drug and start changing your diet and exercise and things like that. And then you can stop it altogether. But anyway, these articles like this just get on my nerves. It just irritates me to read something like this when they put these kind of headlines out like this, where people are like, oh, what is this? And then you go click on it and you read these whatever these people are saying here that makes no sense at all, and they don't really tell you what the underlying issue is, and they just make these claims. But anyway, that's what I think about that. So any comments or questions, leave them in the comments, and if there's something else you would like to hear about, let me know. Otherwise, I will probably see y'all in a few days. I hope y'all have a good Friday and a weekend, and thanks for watching. I will see y'all next time.